I know the tier list because I'm bored, and why not? A longer one, video game franchises. So, we'll see how shit my tastes are with this, or how bad. Street Fighter. Played some back in the day on the arcades and in the like original ones. Haven't played probably since 2 or 3. I don't know. It's been a long time. The original ones I remember I had fun with 1 and 2, but I was never really a huge fan. In my opinion, Street Fighter is bad, especially now. There's too many combo button mashers and all kind of shit. Like I don't understand it anymore. Red Dead 1 was amazing. Red Dead 2 was also amazing. We'll say a masterpiece. The original I liked better than 2, but they were still both very good. Halo is for the most part a masterpiece. 1, 2, and 3, beautiful. The 4, 5, Reach, and the new one, Infinite, all kind of took a step off. So Halo might just be very good. Like I say, Halo 1, 2, and 3, amazing. I will live them. That was my, childhood on the 360 and the OG Xbox. Not necessarily childhood, high school, whatever. My first gaming systems were the SNES and Genesis, just to give you an idea. Grand Theft Auto, the OG ones, and Vice City, and 4 were great. 5 was also very good. But they've re-released 5, 67 times, and I feel like it's been a bit of a misstep, so Grand Theft Auto will just not kind of good. Mass Effect is a masterpiece, 1, 2, and 3. 3, for all the hate it gets for the ending and stuff, was still an amazing game. If we just pretend Andromeda doesn't exist, Mass Effect is a masterpiece. Andromeda probably brings it down to very good, but we're gonna ignore that because Mass Effect is also one of my favorite game franchises, so we're gonna be very biased right now. The Sims, I only really played 3 and 4. 4 irritates me sometimes, and the DLC and the packets and things. It's just you gotta spend so much money to have everything, and there are so many packs that I haven't bought. So The Sims is just good. It's fun, but there's irritating moments, and it's. Castlevania, the only game I really played of Castlevania was Symphony of the Night, and that was a good game. The Metroid Castlevania that has its own style of games. Explode map you get was Castlevania will say is mid. I mean, it's in theory it's good overall. I like watching it, and I've seen a lot of playthroughs of it. But the only one I've actually played was Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night was good, so we're gonna make it good. Never mind. Resident Evil, very good. 1, 2, maybe 3, and 4 were amazing. 5 and 6, in my opinion, took a misstep off. But 7 and the newest one pretty much made up for it. So hey, Resident Evil's very good. King of Fighters, I played 1 way back in the day, but it was very briefly, so I really don't know anything about it anymore. Mortal Kombat, I believe I played almost all of them, but Mortal Kombat is still only good because it's like I played the first one on the Genesis, that was my thing, and then 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. I played the Sub-Zero spin-off. I played a couple of the other ones. I don't remember what the fuck they were called anymore. But Mortal Kombat's just good. The newer ones I don't like as much. I try to play them at like 11 and all that, but they don't feel the same. Verse, never played it, heard of it. Battlefield is very good, except for Battlefield 5. I mean, not 5. Well, 5 they did fix as well. But like 2042, the new one, it came out, it was shit. I hated it. I hated the beta. They fixed most of the issues. I'm not going to rebuy it or play it more, but they fixed most of the stuff. Hopefully the next one will be great and I'll get back into it, but Battlefield in itself, up until Battlefield 4. No, Battlefield 1 was great too. Up until Battlefield 1, I would have said masterpiece, but after that it went downhill and we'll just knock it down to very good. Like 5, towards the end of its life, they fixed it. The Japanese maps were great. Or the Pacific Theater maps, excuse me, were great. But yeah, so that's what we'll say. Medal of Honor, I played a few of the original games. They were always just okay. They weren't. I didn't like them as much as Call of Duty or other things. They went for the. I don't think they go for a more realistic vibe. Like they weren't bad by any sense of the imagination, so we're not gonna knock them down that low. But yeah, Minecraft, I love and hate. I'll just say very good because Minecraft is a game I'll get into for a couple of months and play it like nonstop, and then won't touch it for a year. It just the addiction hits you every now and again. I'm not a huge fan of racers. I have played like Forza and GTA and that kind of stuff. So we're gonna say mid. Like Forza, the ones that I have played, I know we're good. I had no problems with them. Call of Duty is just good because a lot of the Call of Duty games are great up until like Black Ops. But after that, they started going downhill, and it's been pretty much a downhill path ever since. I liked the original Warzone. I liked Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare 2, I'm not as big a fan of. Or Warzone 2, which I barely fucking touched. Doom as a franchise is very good because there's not really been a bad Doom game. They've all been very good. Like 4 was good. The OG Doom was good. Guilty Gear, never actually played. Persona, I've tried to play, but I could never get into it. Like, and that's not to say that they're bad games by any sense of the imagination. I know like a lot of people like them, but it's definitely not my thing. So we're gonna add one more tier, and we're gonna make it pink. Just not my thing. And Persona can get in there because like I know Persona is like it looks good. Like I want to like it. I want to be interested in it. But I've tried a few of them, and I can't feel them for whatever reason. It is what it is. I have no idea what this is. So you know, Wolfenstein games. I have not played any of the new ones, but the original Wolfenstein and Wolfenstein like 2 and like the first multiplayer one that came out, they were good. They were fun. I enjoyed Wolfenstein. So the OG Wolfensteins will put good because I don't remember them that well. Devil May Cry, I've played one or two of them. I don't remember. But they were another one I just couldn't get into. I'm gonna actually say they were trash because I don't like that style of gameplay. Just the beat 'em ups and the bash 'ems and that kind of thing. That's just it's just not my thing. We'll say again because I know Devil May Cry has a lot of fans and it's a popular game. Capcom, you know. I'm still gonna say it's trash. It's fine. Bayonetta, I enjoy watching because like the setting and the witchcraft and that kind of shit is my jam, and Bayonetta's kind of hot. But it's also just not my kind of game. I don't want to play it. Lego games, they're always fun and entertaining, but they can be mid because some are hit and some are miss. But they're always fun. They're entertaining. They're for a younger audience, or if you want to just have fun with your girlfriend or something like that. We enjoy them. Elder Scrolls, masterpiece. Whether you go back to 1 or 2, Morrowind is my favorite game of all time. Oblivion is amazing. Skyrim, with its 67 releases like GTA, is also amazing still though. Fallout, not quite as amazing as the Elder Scrolls. It takes a step back, but it's still great, very good. It's Fallout 1 and 2, they're good, top 10 RPGs. Fallout 3 was excellent. Fallout 4 took a little bit of off step, but it was still pretty good. Fallout New Vegas was the best of the bunch. 76, they fixed most of the things wrong with it. Super Mario, for the most part, is a masterpiece because, like, Super Mario, the original game was great. Super Mario Bros. Super Mario 2 was what the fuck ever. Like, we know that was just they were making another game and transferring it into a Mario game. Super Mario World 3 was great. SNES Super Mario World was great. The N64 Super Mario was great. All the Super Mario games are great. Odyssey, Galaxy, all that stuff. All of it was great. Zelda, also a masterpiece. There's been a couple of missteps here and there with the newer ones, but for the most part, they're still great. There's still nothing wrong with them. Zelda. Metroid's another one similar to Castlevania. Well, they're basically the same kind of gameplay. I played a couple of them. Could never really get into them as much, though, as the rest of the stuff. So they're super popular. I don't mind watching them, but that's another one, just not my thing. Dark Souls. Some people are going to hate me, but it's mid. It spawned a toxic mentality in a lot of people, like, I just get good, bro, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off. Games are supposed to be fun, not supposed to be, get good, you suck. No. Like I enjoyed the original Dark Souls. I played that one on PS3 to hell and back. I never really got into the later ones, just because it was like, I want to have fun with my games. I don't like frustrating myself anymore. If I'm not having fun, I don't play. Final Fantasy is very good because there's been a lot of good Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy VII was probably the first game I truly got into and like wanted to beat and get everything and like get the gold chocobo and be everywhere and do everything, get all the materia and all that stuff. And then 8 was good and 9 was great. 10 I didn't really play. 11, the online one I played a bit. 12 was great. 13 was 14, the online I played a lot for a long time, and that was pretty good. 15 I haven't touched it yet though, which I plan to play at some point. But Final Fantasy overall has been pretty amazing. And I went back and I played the original ones too, back in the first one, do White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage. Red Mages were the shit. Dragon Quest, never played, not my kind of game style. Quake was the OG shooter. Quake was very good until recently, and now I'll just say it's good because Quake it's still around, but it's not as popular. And there's stuff that's more enjoyable and better. Your combat arena shooters. Counter-Strike, also very good, but it gets you tilted very easily, and it's also got a toxic player base. So I tend to avoid it these days, but I'll still play every now and again. Like once Counter-Strike 2 releases, I'll play it for a good while, I'm sure, but just to see the updates and see how it goes and see if I can actually get good again. Like back in my younger days, I was great at Counter-Strike. I was not top rank, but I don't even remember what fucking ranks are, but the AK. Team Fortress, I've played it. It's just not my thing. I like watching videos of it. I like people doing shit. It looks like a lot of fun, and it's got the good graphic style like that and that kind of stuff. It's just I could never get into it. I didn't care for it. Half-Life played them all, 1, 2, and 3, but or not 3. Excuse me. God forbid, not 3. I forget. I don't even remember what they were called. Like Half-Life 2, the expansions or extra parts or whatever the fuck they were. I forget. And they were always good, but they were never like back in the they advanced gaming. They do have their place in history. But as far as just being a game goes, they're probably just good. Portal, same deal. Portal was fun and great for its time. Portal 2 was a good little co-op experience. I always highly recommend it. But it's not going to be among the greatest franchises of all time. Sonic, same deal. Sonic's been good and bad. He's had a lot of good games and a lot of bad games. So Sonic, we're going to put just as good. I don't feel like they're not in any particular order. I'm deciding just because I don't know what would go front and what wouldn't. Yakuza, I enjoy watching the playthroughs. I don't really like playing them. So that's another one, just not my thing. But, that's what this one's going to be. I like watching playthroughs. I like seeing other people play it, but I don't like it myself playing. Okay. Super Smash Bros. Also just good. I only played really up until Melee. Like I have the newest one on Switch. I forget what the fuck it's called. And it's okay. But I never really got into it super hardcore past there. Hearts of Iron. That's a tough one. It's a good RTS, but I'm not a huge fan. So we're gonna say mid. Europa Universalis, it's also mid. It's deeper than Civ, but not as deep. I prefer like Crusader Kings and that kind of stuff over this. Like it's still a good game, but it's not something I like to play that much. Victoria, I'm sorry, but trash. Crusader Kings, for the most part, is very good. There's a few missteps here and there with the DLC and that kind of stuff. But Crusader Kings in and of itself, I love, I enjoy. It goes up and very good. Company Heroes, I played, couldn't get into it. It's a good RTS, don't get me wrong, but I only played the first one and didn't really go past there, so we're just going to say mid. Pokemon, I want to say Masterpiece just because I've only really played 1, 2, 3 up until Emerald. And then the newest one I played a bit of, and Arceus. Pokemon, we're just going to say very good too. Because Pokemon the OGs were great. Ace Attorney, I've never really played that much. I don't think I will. So starting with Dinger. Like I know the memes, and I watched a few things of it. Like I don't think it's like I think it's a game I would enjoy, but it's one I don't see myself going out to buy or play or actually do anything with. So Mega Man, played them, never got into them. I don't understand why people like them. I mean, I do, but I just it's trash to me. Metal Slug, never. Have I never? I don't remember. We'll put it that way. Contra is one of the OG games back in the day. You know, up, down, down, left, right, BA. But it's bad. It's a bullet hell. It's you're trying to go across. Looking back at it, like I understand back in the day it might have been very good, but nowadays it's bad. Never heard of you. Never played it. Civilization is very good. 5 and 6 were great. The DLC for 6 they massively fucked up, and it should just be included in the game or be a lot cheaper. But it is what it is. It's still a great game. The Last of Us, I did not play any of them, honestly, but I've watched playthroughs of both, and they were both excellent. The TV show was excellent, and you know, fuck you if you disagree, honestly. So it can be very good. Uncharted, same deal. Never actually played any of them. Watched a few playthroughs. Uncharted and The Last of Us are the same. They both make good movies or shows, but not, in my opinion, video games. I don't care for them. Crash Bandicoot's nice and fun. That can be very good. I enjoyed that back on the original PlayStation. SimCity 3, I think it was the shit. I enjoyed. I love the SimCities. I didn't really play, to be honest. So we're just gonna say mid. Especially because EA basically killed SimCity at the end. FIFA, like all sports games, mid. Or not all sports games, but you know what I mean. Like EA, thankfully the FIFA license with EA, and then hopefully the next year's games will be good. But they killed it with like the Ultimate Team and that kind of stuff. Like it's just such a money sink if you want to enjoy multiplayer or be good. Age of Empires is good. I think I only played up to 3, but they were good back in the day. But it's an RTS I grew out of. I don't really like it anymore, but it still has good memories. I'll still stick good. Never played this. Need for Speed, trash, honestly. There were a few good Need for Speed games back in the day, but for the most part, it's just bleh these days. No, fuck it. Batman, I haven't played all the games, but the ones that I have played were very good. Or not very good, we'll just say good. I like them, I enjoyed them. Injustice, never played but did watch. Don't plan to play. But I will say, I'll actually give it a good. Just because I did watch a lot of the gameplay of it, and it seemed like interesting. Like I might enjoy it. Midnight Club never played. Manhunt, another one I enjoy watching, or have watched before, but never actually played. Like, and it got, you know, all the bad stories back in the day and that kind of stuff. But it wasn't a good game at all. But it was an interesting concept and entertaining to watch. So we're gonna say horrible. Gran Turismo, much better than Need for Speed, excuse me. But Sony killed it recently. They made it terrible. They used to be good, so we're just gonna say mid now. Echo, Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus I've played. The Last Guardian and Echo, no, I have not. But Shadow of the Colossus was good, so just for that, we're gonna say good. Bioshock, I liked all the games. I didn't have a problem with Infinite. So we're gonna say very good. I know a lot of people did, but I don't see why. I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed going through it all. It was a good time. Stalker, played a bit of the first one, not the expansion or the newer one. But Stalker was I just couldn't get into it as much. I'm just gonna say mid because it was. I understand the environment and that kind of stuff, but it didn't come together right for me. It was just Metro, same deal as Stalker almost. Like it's in the same vein, but it's not the same kind of game. Like I see why people enjoy it. I just didn't enjoy it as much playing it. Spyro is masterpiece. I love Spyro the Dragon. He's one of my favorite video game franchise. The first one is this game, obviously. Spyro 2 Rift as Rage was okay. Spyro 3, I forget what it was called. That was also the worst one, but it was still a good game overall. It was nice and fun. I like the Reignited trilogy. I played through the first one entirely. You can probably go look at it if you want to, which I know nobody does, but whatever. Spyro 2 I'll play at some point and go through it. Guitar Hero, also a masterpiece. Guitar Hero was just always fun. Warcraft, I played most of the Warcraft RTS games, and I played World of Warcraft for a long time too. And they were always very good. I never had any problems with them. They had a unique style. They were cool. World of Warcraft was great for a long time. I only played up until when was it? I think it was the release of the Pandas. I only played up to there. I think it was the one after Wrath of the Lich King. And I had a few characters, top level and all that, but still. Titanfall was mid. No, Titanfall was great, but I'm just gonna say good. Good gameplay, off the wall, that kind of stuff, but they just never went anywhere with it. Titanfall 2 sucked and they killed it, and then they put most of it in Apex, so whatever. Unreal Tournament, never got into. Gears of War, I don't remember them that well, honestly. The first ones I know were good, and I know that I enjoyed them. I don't know about the newer ones, though. So we're just going to say mid. Metal Gear Solid. Ugh, that's, for me, mid. I know a lot of people will hate me. But Metal Gear's another game it's got its ups and downs. Like, it's not fun to play. It's cutscene after cutscene after cutscene, and the gameplay's in between. It's just, I think I understand why people like it, but I don't like it. Like, it's not even one I can say that's just not my thing, because I have played it. Darkstalkers never played. Don't know what it is. StarCraft. Very good. StarCraft 1 I still play every now and again today just to go through the campaign. It's fun. StarCraft 2 they fucked up a bit and broke stuff up, and it wasn't as good, but it was still a pretty good game. None of it was very good. I used to be diamond rated back in the original, but that was a long fucking time ago. To play online, it was a lot of playing just snipers, and if you know, you know. But I'm not gonna go over it. Rainbow Six as an entire franchise is very good. I loved Vegas and Vegas 2. I loved like Raven Shield. I loved all the old games. The newest game, I'm not a fan of, just because it's all multiplayer and all that. I was a fan of it, but I feel like they've kind of ruined it and just have too many characters. It's just too much fat on it right now. Assassin's Creed, same deal. Just good. Like 1, 2, and 3, and 4 were, well, not even 3. 1 and 2 were great. Black Flag was great. 3 was mid. Every other one's been kind of mid. I don't know. I might take that back. It might be very good, because Odyssey and Origins were also very good, in my opinion. Assassin's Creed will leave it mostly very good. I think that's fine. Watch Dogs. Played the original one, didn't play the second one. The original one was just mid to me. Like, sure, the hacking and stuff was interesting and blowing things up. Like, blowing up the sewer grates while people were following you and that kind of thing. But it wasn't that interesting or good. It didn't come together completely. It was just like a gimmick. Dishonored is good. The second one wasn't anywhere near as good as the first game. The first game was the best game. The DLCs were pretty good too for the most part. But I'm just gonna say just good, because the controls were a little off for me, and I couldn't enjoy it as much as I wanted to. Like, it's one of those games that I wanted to like more than I actually liked it. Like, I like the setting, I like the characters, I like the feel to it. It's just, it didn't play like I wanted it to play. Like, kind of, I don't know how to explain it. Bravely Default never played. Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead's very good, because it's just a good fun co-op shooter killing thousands of zombies. Kingdom Hearts, I've tried to play. It's just not my thing. There's too much of it. I don't know what's going on. I have no idea. Excuse me one second. Let me change my music. Whatever song's next, I don't know. There's just too much of it for me to understand and to get into. I'm going to play Halo with Kevin one day. Evidently, he'll explain Kingdom Hearts to me, and we'll see how that goes or when that happens. But, it is what it is. Madden, same deal as every other sports game. They're just mid. Because they're fun for a bit. Like, I don't mind playing single player Madden or FIFA, but I don't play online. It gets boring after a while, because you eventually learn the tricks, and then it's just too easy to beat the AI. Except for basketball, I'm going to say horrible, just because I hate basketball as a sport. It's probably the only sport I truly don't like to watch. Wrestling games have their own entertainment value. I've played a lot of wrestling games, whether WWE, whatever, and they're always stupid fun, basically. But they're not good. They're just mid because they're just there. They're stupid. Like I wouldn't buy it for myself, but if somebody wanted, but if somebody owned it, and I went over to somebody's house and was like, "Hey, you want to play this wrestling game?" Yeah, sure, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? NHL, another sports game, mid. MLB The Show. Baseball games, I think I enjoy more than soccer and football and all that kind of stuff. But it's still just mid, because once you learn how to play and once you get good at it, it's too easy. UFC, never actually played any games, have no idea what this is. Arma. Arma is good. Arma's like the realistic milsim, basically, and it's okay. Arma 3 was good. I played a lot of Arma 3. I didn't play much of 2 or any of the other ones. But they were too much into it for me. Like, you had to really get into it to play like the multiplayer and really enjoy yourself, so I didn't bother much. Ghosts and Goblins, I don't think I ever actually played. What is it? I know what this is. I know what this is, but I can't remember right now. What is it there for you? Banjo-Kazooie was okay, but I never really... It was our platformer style game. I never really got super into it. I played it, but it was Donkey Kong, same deal. Like I played it back on the SNES and those ones, but I didn't really care as much. Like, why don't I play that when I had like Mario or other games that I enjoyed more? Knights of the Old Republic, one of the best games of all time, and 2 was also one of the best games of all time. Knights of the Republic 1 was easily a masterpiece. Knights of the Republic 2 was a masterpiece in theme and setting, and the way things worked. But like every Obsidian game ever fucking made, there was too much left on the floor at the end of the day, or too much unfinished. It wasn't a perfect game, but it had a much more interesting setting and pace, and the Force is more like less extremes of dark and light and all that kind of stuff. It dug in, like it was deeper in a lot of ways. I liked it, and in some ways I like it a lot better. But Knights of the Republic in and of itself is a masterpiece. Mountain Blade, very good games. I enjoy them. Get on your horse and you be a mercenary. You try to be a king. You try to take over castles. You do whatever the fuck you want to do, basically, or just trade back and forth. Battlefront goes right up with Battlefield, and they're very good. Battlefront 2 was amazing. The new ones were still amazing, even though a lot of people didn't like it for some reason. I liked the spaceship battles. I liked everything. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Just nobody really plays anymore, and when you join in, most of your games end up as against a bunch of AI. So, Total War, played a lot of them, enjoy a lot of them, but they're just good because their time sinks after a while. Like, once you've played it a few times and you know what you're doing and you know how to beat the AI, you can do it every time. It's just bam, bam, bam. I still enjoyed playing them. Rome and Medieval are probably the two best. Rome 2, not the first one. Ace Combat, I like my flight sims, but Ace Combat is a little too arcadey for my tastes. We'll say mid. It's not bad. I still enjoy playing it. Like, I enjoyed the VR one. I think it was 7, the newest one. That was the last one I played, honestly. But Animal Crossing, never actually played, but I love the memes and I love that people talk about it. So just not Fire Emblem. I've played a few. Andrew's gonna hate me, but they're bad. It's waifu sim. It's just Advance Wars. It's a tactical turn-based fighting game. Like, in and of the game itself, I don't mind. Like, I like Advance Wars. I like that style of gameplay. It's just the story there is just so god awful in most of them. It's like, no. God of War. I never actually played any of them. I've watched the playthroughs. I've seen a lot of it. And it does look interesting. I think I would enjoy it, but I feel like it's a game that I'd rather watch than play. So, just not my thing. Never played any of these. Never played any of these. Never played them. Don't plan to play them. Doritos. Trash. Never heard of it. I've heard of BlazBlue, but I've never played it. That I will. Fatal Fury, same deal. Final Fight, same deal. all these fighting games, same deal. Streets of Rage, we can actually put somewhere. The only one I played was back on the Sega. It's a street 'em up, you go left, right, you know, beating up everybody in your screen. I keep on going. It was a fun little arcade game and kill time game. Burnout was fun. You go and crash your car and get points for crashing your car. It was entertaining. It was just good. Virtua Fighter was trash. It was one of the fighting games I played. It tried to be a more realistic fighter, but it just didn't work well in my opinion. Tekken, same deal. Tekken, we're gonna say is right there. Because Tekken has a lot of interesting characters and a lot of weird fighters. Like, it's a game that I want to like. I just hate how it controls, and I hate how it feels playing it, and it just feels awful to me. I know there's a whole lot of Tekken fans out there. You know, Tekken's better than Street Fighter. We'll move Street Fighter down, Tekken go up. Star Fox only played a couple of the early ones. I don't even remember them barely, but they weren't. They're just mid in my opinion. Like they set the example and they set the course for a lot of games to come from them, but they in and of themselves weren't that great. F-Zero. F-Zero's mid. Silent Hill, the first couple of them were amazing. They go up with Resident Evil easily. Because they're a different kind of horror. They're more creepy. They're more, you know, the slow horror. To a point. Dino Crisis was excellent. That's a very good game. I don't know if that was only the first game, because I know I only played one. I don't know if they ever made a sequel or not. But the first one's great. It's kind of Jurassic Park. You're on an island. Dinosaurs break free because some mad fucking scientists. You gotta run from the T-Rex, fight the Velociraptors, all that kind of stuff. It was a very good game. It was very similar in terms of like controls and that kind of stuff to like the original Resident Evils, the tank controls, just to give you an idea. But Dino Crisis was pretty great. Duke Nukem, entirely overrated. They were good and entertaining and stupid kind of fun, but they're still bad games overall. Postal, same deal, just stupid fun, but they weren't, you know, quote unquote good games. They were just go around and do whatever. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. Pac-Man is Pac-Man. Pac-Man's just kill your time, do things. Waka 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 waka. Tetris, same deal. I enjoy Tetris. Tetris can go in mid. It's one of the OG games, but like Tetris 99, I enjoy playing. Just it's chaotic and out of control. But are you Bomberman, or what are you? I'm just not 100% sure what it is, so we can go down here. Is this Sly Fox? What was the Fox stealing game on PlayStation? I forget what it was called. It interested me and I liked it, but I never played it. Bomberman is very good. Bomberman was always fun. Multiplayer, just at least the original ones, like back on the SNES and that kind of stuff, where it was just top down, you're on the map scrolling. They were all fun. Except back there, played Splinter Cell was always very good. I don't remember what the last one I played was called, but it was the one where you could basically you were sent on the inside and you could do good things or you could do bad things, and you had to maintain your cover inside of the organization you were with. That was the last one I played, and that was always very good too. The co-op ones you could go to back in the day with your buddies was also amazing fun. Ultimate Alliance, I played Ghost Recon, is also very good. Not a masterpiece by any means, but Ghost Recon. I played Wildlands. I played what was see, I don't remember what the new ones were. The one with the AI and that kind of stuff. I played that a lot. They were all very good. All really good games. Wasteland it's very similar to Fallout to a degree. Wasteland can be very good as well. This is another, you know, top-down RPG. I feel dumb. I know these symbols. This is Serious Sam. Serious Sam was another stupid fun. It's like they're fun games, but they're stupid. It's just enemies run at you and you gun them down, pretty much. I need to look up those two. Un momento, por favor. Why can't I remember what that one's called? Sly Cooper? Is that the symbol for him? Because that's the game I was thinking of when I saw that thing, but I'm not 100% sure because nothing's coming up in Google, of course. I'm not 100% sure. If it's Sly Cooper, I believe, but... Like, I know this one too. I know it. I've seen it 1,000 times, and I know that I like it. I just don't remember what the hell it is. Perfect Dark, before GoldenEye came out. Perfect Dark is just good. There's a lot of flaws to it. It wasn't great, but they fixed a lot of things. I haven't scrolled now. One Piece never played. Any Nights never played. Jack and Daxter never actually played. But I've watched some of it, and I liked it. It had good attitude. It was a fun little, interesting game. So SOCOM, only played a couple of them back on the PS2. But they were good games, actually. They had good multiplayer. They were fun. PS3, maybe one of them was. I don't remember. They were good little tactical shooters. I own these, but I have not played them. So that will be on my list at some point, actually. Just already never played. Splatoon never played. The Fear games were good to a point. I think the first one was good. The second one, pretty sure, was good. The third one wasn't as good, if I remember right. But they were good games. Like, the first game legit scared me back in the day. Like, it was like my horror game. Crysis, can your PC run Crysis? Crysis was good. 1 and 2 were good. 3 took a big misstep, but I can't complain about them too much. Don't know what it is. Dunno. Amnesia. Amnesia's a good horror game, but it's an easy horror game to beat. I'll play it at some point and do it like a playthrough, but it's too easy to cheese. And the atmosphere is great. It's another game that I want to like, but there's irritating moments too that are just like, I throw it down. Monster Rancher haven't played. Top Gear haven't played. Dead Space, the OG ones, were just good. They were fine. The first game was good. 2 was alright. Yeah. Rock Band can go up with Guitar Hero. I loved Rock Band to death. I bought so much DLC and so many things. I only ever really played the guitar bass, and I'd sing every now and again. My singing voice isn't perfect. I'm sure my voice right now doesn't sound amazing. But I enjoyed doing it. Like, I enjoy getting my high-pitched heavy metal screeching on every now and again. But yeah, a lot of Rock Band. A lot of guitar, a lot of bass. I was really fucking good at it too. I wish that I could find it all. And the other thing I hate is because it was on my 360 and the hard drive crashed and there's no way for me to recover my account or get my shit back, and it was awful. It was horrible. I hated it. But you know, your 360 has to die eventually, so it did. That's okay. Parappa the Rapper was awesome back in the day. Just stupid. Press the buttons, get the order right. You know, you're one of the OG rhythm games. It was fun. Don't know what this is. The Witcher is very good. One and 2 were good. 3 was, of course, the masterpiece that finally came out. The story for 1 is good, but the controls and gameplay is pretty ass. Same thing with 2. 2 was definitely a step up, but it's definitely between 1 and 3. Like, The Witcher's a series that got better as it went on, 100%. But that doesn't happen that often in video games. Bloons, the only one I played, the 6 with Emmy and Allie and all them. And it's fine. It's I like tower defense games in general. They're interesting. I'll kill my time with them, but they're not great. Dragon Age. Honestly, Dragon Age Unlimited masterpiece because the Dragon Age Origins was great. 2 got a lot of hate, but it was also a great game. It was a smaller scale, but within the city, but it was amazing still. And Inquisition was, in my opinion, amazing. I loved every single game. Baldur's Gate, also a masterpiece. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were amazing. Baldur's Gate 3 is thus far amazing, and once they release it in August, I will play through the whole thing. I love my top-down RPGs like that. Worms is good fun, of course. You know, you're set up on your battlefield, you have your teams of worms, you throw weapons at each other and try to kill each other. Ultima, never actually played. Heard good things. Five Nights at Freddy's fucking hate it, trash. It's not scary. It's stupid. Five Nights at Freddy's is the poor, not even the poor man, it's the fucking dummies horror game. It's stupid. It's stupid and I hate it. It doesn't deserve the praise it gets. There's so much better shit out there. Ape Escape, the original one, I remember being fun. I don't remember if there was a second or a sequel or anything else. But that's another game I played 200% back in the day. I played it on, I think it was PlayStation. Super Monkey Ball. Yeah. Played a couple of them. Not my thing, but I have actually played them, so I can't. I think this is Sly Cooper, but I've never actually played Sly Cooper, but I watched playthroughs of it. So just not my thing. World War One, I don't know why I see it. Well, no, the World War One I just haven't played yet, so we'll put it there. I'm sure I will eventually try it. Shenmue, I never played. I've watched playthroughs of it. It's another one, just not my thing. Never heard of this one. Never heard of this one. Football Manager. I hate myself, but very good. I have sunk so many hours into Football Manager since 2016. I think of my top 10 Steam played games, Football Manager's 5 or 6 of them. As a matter of fact, I will look and check right now. Hold on. I'm pretty sure. Says I remember where to do that. Games up here. On Steam, go faster. All games by playtime. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. In my top 10, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in my top 10 by playtime, there's 5 Football Manager games of my top 10 games of Steam. So, yeah, there you go. That's how much I've enjoyed playing Football Manager since 2013. Which is kind of insane, but yeah, it's what it is. It's a game I love. Because it's a game I kill time with as well, and just, you know, whatever. Prey. Never played, don't think I will. I've watched it a little bit there. Digimon, no. Flat Out, no. Day Defeat, no. No. Tales of are games that I continuously look at on Steam and think, this would be interesting. I think I would enjoy playing it, but I've never actually played any of them or started to. So they're ones that I think I would enjoy and will eventually play, but, you know, right there. Horizon, never played. Just because I don't plan to. Just not my thing. Like, it looks pretty. I like watching the gameplay of it. It's a game that I think I would enjoy, but I'm not 100%. I'm not going to buy it because I'm not sure about it. Valkyria Chronicles, or however you say it. Excuse me if I'm wrong. Another one that I think looks interesting, but I have not actually played it. Dragon Ball Z never played. Email, go away, please. Email, I said go away, please. Thank you. I know I have mail. Stop telling me. You don't need to tell me 3 times, computer. Dead Rising was fun and entertaining, but the controls were terrible. and it wasn't that fun, honestly, to me. So that's a mid. I played the first one. Didn't play any other ones. Binding of Isaac, never played and not my thing. Well, no, I'm sorry, I have played, but not very long. It's not my thing. I understand why people like it. I enjoy watching people play it, but it's not something I like playing myself. Prince of Persia, played back in the day, one of the OG Ubisoft games. Mid. It was good, and it tried to do a lot of things, like Sands of Time and that kind of stuff, but they were never great games. They were just always okay. Driver didn't play, Spelunky, True Crime, meh. Clock Tower, meh. This, meh. Nier, eh. Tomb Raider. Now, I know what I said about Uncharted earlier, but Tomb Raider and Lara Croft is a step above. And her newer games are pretty fucking good, so very good. Sniper Elite is good, but it's not. I don't enjoy playing it. Like, I like the co-op. The co-op's good fun, but just playing by yourself is, meh, it's not as fun. So we'll just say good. Diablo, yes, masterpiece. Diablo 2 was my third favorite game of all time, behind Morrowind and Knights of the Republic. I sunk so many hours in Diablo 2 back in the day. During high school, every day you come home and play, I had all my characters maxed out. I had my sorceress as my favorite character, 100%. I'm gonna say again, Diablo 4, I'm super fucking excited for. I can't wait for it to come out. Diablo 3, I enjoyed a whole lot after they fixed, I talk about the real money auction house and all that kind of shit. It was still a great game afterwards. It didn't beat Diablo 2 for me, but Diablo 4, I'm super, super, super excited for. I can't wait for it to come out. I hope I don't disappoint myself too much. State of Decay was mid, Microsoft's zombie game. Played a good amount of the first one. It was okay, but the controls were clunky. It didn't feel that good. It was just, yeah. Fable, same deal as a lot of games. 1 and 2 were great. 3 was meh. And then it kind of crashed and burned. So, Fable will say very good. Chivalry, I enjoy playing Chivalry 2. I didn't actually play the first one, I don't think. But Chivalry 2 is very good. I like running around with my sword and beating the shit out of people with it. Samurai Shodown, but play Dynasty Warriors, absolute fucking trash. Because I have played 1 or 2, unfortunately. But Space Invaders, OG arcade game. I mean, the arcade game itself was mid. We'll just leave it there, whatever. Monster Hunter. Have I played? I don't think I've ever played one. I've watched a few playthroughs of them. I think it's something I would enjoy and probably will play at some point. But it's just one I haven't felt like I need to make time for. Men of War, no idea. Command and Conquer. Somewhere between good and mid. I'll say good just for like the few original ones. Command and Conquer used to be really fucking fun. But the newer ones, I don't even know what they're called because I haven't played them. The ones I had to play were complete trash and I hated them. So we'll just leave it in good. Rage, underrated, but still not good. We'll say mid. Undertale, just not my thing. I enjoy watching playthroughs of it. I like hearing people's thoughts and choices they make and seeing the different shit the game does. But I tried to play it and I just can't get into it and play it. So. Don't know what this is. Soul Calibur, another fighting game. Trash. Soul Calibur is the one where everybody talks about, the jiggle physics and all that. That's the biggest takeaway from it, in my opinion. It's just, I hated it. Don't know. Ratchet and Clank. Never played, so we'll say not my thing, but I have watched people play it, and I like the characters, I like the game. That was more for never just having PlayStation that much. Armored Core, don't think I've actually played it. Dragon Ball, no, I haven't played. Naruto, fuck that. Daytona, fuck that. Don't know what you are, don't know what you are, don't know what you are. Well, I know what you are, but I've never played it, I've never seen it. No, Kirby. Most of Kirby's games were good. I haven't played all of them, by any means. But I played a lot of the SNES, a lot of the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance ones, and they were all good from what I remember. Because Kirby, the meme is what you see. If somebody stole my cake, and then at the end of the game you're fighting God and have to eat him. So, Shovel Knight is excellent. Shovel Knight can be good. Because it's not perfect by any means. It doesn't feel as good as some of the other 2D scrollers, but Little Big Planet, not my thing. I watched other people play it. I never could get into it or cared about it. So. But I do like watching like people build their levels and that kind of stuff. Advance Wars is, I talked earlier about, they're good. It's a good little tactical turn-based war game without all the bullshit that's in Fire Emblem. Syndicate don't work. Oddworld, I've watched a lot of them, but never actually played any. So, not my thing. I think I did try to play like Gabe's Odyssey, but I just couldn't get into it. Insurgency is good, but the community, at least on American servers, is toxic, racist, and a bunch of assholes. So it's another game that I would love to really enjoy. It's a great shooter, but I just can't stand the multiplayer, and that's the whole point of the game. So it's good, but I never play it. Chrono Cross, I'm going to assume that I try to put here. But I don't really remember, honestly. If I don't remember, it must have been bad. Nope. Nope. Overwatch is mid, in all honesty. But that's coming from, a Mercy slash... I don't remember my other character's fucking names. I mostly played Mercy. I was the team mom, pretty much. I haven't played Overwatch 2 yet, so, that's all I can talk about that. Red Faction was good. Go on Mars and break shit down and watch the destruction. Just a lot of destroying things. One of the first games was really good destruction. Don't know what this is. This is a flight sim. I haven't actually played it. Risk of Rain. I feel like I have seen and played, but I don't remember anything about it. So, no. Commandos now. Borderlands, I hate to say it, is mid. Some of it's good, some of it's bad, but it's just repetitive. It's a looter shooter. You're shooting, trying to upgrade your guns. I like some of the characters, and some of the characters are annoying. It's just, it's one of those games. For every good thing about it, there's something bad about it, and it evens out to mid for me. Max Payne, same deal. He was just mid. It's cool doing the slow mo jumps through the air, whipping your double pistols out, and bam, 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 bam. But you can only do that so many times before you lose interest, and then it just becomes a generic shooter. And it's like, whatever, mid. Rayman, never got into, but did play a couple. Trash. Kid Icarus never played. Psychonauts. Only played the first game. Haven't played the new one. So good. It was good. Yeah. Don't have a lot to say about it. Saints Row is mid. Cause Saints Row is hard. It's more fun and stupid and entertaining than like GTA, but it's not as good as GTA. And the new one was a mess. Saints Row 3, I think, was the one I really liked the most. But yeah, it's just mid. It's fine. I don't get excited about it. Siphon Filter, I played a little bit way back when. It was okay, but it wasn't good enough to be mid, I think. I'm going to say bad. Bad for me is really kind of okay. Time Splitters, another very similar to Perfect Dark and GoldenEye and that kind of stuff. Time Splitters was good, but they did a lot of things wrong. It was a good concept and a good theory and a good style. Never played. Warhammer 40k has a lot of good games and a lot of bad games. I like the I like the story. Not the story. I like the setting. I like the lore behind a lot of the shit. I played Warhammer Online a lot when it first came out. But the RTS versions of Warhammer I could never really get into. I haven't played the new one yet, but I want to. So we're gonna say good for Warhammer. XCOM 1 and 2, not the original ones, the remakes, not the remakes either, the new 3D ones are good. The original ones were good too. A little good turn-based RTS, go out and kill the aliens. Alone in the Dark, like watching playthroughs, didn't like how they played, so just not my thing. The Forest, love the first one, haven't played the second one. The Forest is good co-op fun, but it's another game like you don't play it to play the story or play the campaign. Like it's good to do it once. Like don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the first campaign with the Forest, but I already know like now I know how to do it, so I don't want to do it again. It's not as fun. It's good just to fuck around with your friends and build a base out of trees and build tree houses and do whatever you want to do. Deforestation. Yeah, that's there. You go. Turn it into deforestation simulator, and build a base and fight the cannibals, and it's just a good time. Never played. Never played. Never played. Dark Pictures Anthology. We have played them all besides the newest one because my friends are assholes and won't fucking just play it with me. But they're always very good. They're fun. They're a little cheesy, but they've gotten better as we've gone on. Definitely, 100%. If, Memo would show back up, or I could just get the 5 of them to fucking play with us, we'd do the next one. But, yeah, it'll happen eventually. Dirt never really played. Divinity, excellent game. Not quite as good as Baldur's Gate or Dragon Age, or those lot for RPGs, but still a very good turn-based top-down RPG. I won't deny. Dungeon Fighter I played. Okay. So a lot I never played or I don't care about. I know what this is. I don't know. This is gonna irritate me. Because I know what that is. I do. But for the life of me, I can't think of the hell it is. I know what it is and I know I like it. Whatever, I'll add an addendum, I guess, later once I figure it out. Can I do an image search? Can I just copy the picture, please? Sure. Whatever, I'll add something later if I figure the hell out because I know what this is. I know that it's a good thing. I just can't for the life remember what hell is. So, whatever. There you go. That's my opinions on most of these tier lists. Another quick and easy what's good, what's bad in my mind. So, GG's again.